to Fringewatch today. We have a bumper show, like I was saying before. Our co-host today is the wonderful Georgie Carroll. Hi, Georgie.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
One woo in the crowd.
One woo.
I'll do that again.
More than a woo.
Our co-host today is Georgie Carroll, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah! Oh, yeah!
Well, that was unprecedented.
Well,
That's
now I'm
amazing.
ready to do some work.
We're very lucky to have you here because you had no idea where the place was.
No. Well,
where did you end up going? So we should say this too. If you want to come and see the show, you can come and see it live. We're live from midday every day, or Tuesdays to Saturdays, and we are in. You know where the balls are in Rundle Mall? We're the what's it called? The arcade of that. It's called.
Well, they were the instructions you gave me, but there's balls and then there's lots of arcades. So
yeah.
And when you just scribble it on an envelope and leave it in your house, doesn't help you get there.
Okay. Well, it's Adelaide Central Plaza, which is 100 Rundle Mall. We're on the first level, next to the Fringe office, which we're going to send you to today, so that you can see where the half-price tickets are and stuff. So how would you describe, if people wanted to come, I don't know if you can actually come inside the studio and watch it, but there's a big window. You can have a look and have your little sunrise signs or whatever.
You've set it up so lovely.
It is nice.
Yeah, I reckon it's just, come and be part of it.
Okay.
It's
you heard it here. Georgie Carroll says come and be a part of it.
Well, I just heard some people prepping before, so
Yes.
you're kind of almost getting free Fringe if you're coming here, because I just listened to the most phenomenal singers that are going to fin. I had talent envy.
I know.
Because I don't do the singing, I do the comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might switch.
Well, we were in a production meeting and I asked Lauren, our producer, I was like, do you sing? Do you want to start a band? And she was like, no, that's not happening.
No.
So yeah, I also got it as well. Now, you shouldn't be here. First of all, you couldn't find the place, but also you had a huge show last night and you should be hungover.
Oh, well, I had a friend that needed looking after, really. Yeah. So I had to be the sensible one last night, which is not normally my part in the team. But yeah, I was the adult last night.
So you've been performing comedy in Adelaide for 6 years, and that's where you started comedy, but you're obviously not from here.
Yeah, I started as part of Adelaide Comedy.
Yeah. And so, we do a lot of gigs in pubs around town and stuff, and they're, they can be big and they can be small, but you did a gig last night to 500 people, and it was because of you. It wasn't because you were on with Arch Barker.
I've played crowds like that, but usually supporting somebody bigger, but they actually turned up for me. It blows my mind. So, it's the nurses. That's what it is. I'm a nurse as well as a comic.
Nurses love to party. I'm married to a nurse, and they're always...
Nurses love to party.
Let's go out.
And they hunt in packs, and they laugh really hard. And
they're not queasy.
They're not queasy.
And they're a little bit dark.
Well, my audience is usually about 60% nurses, 40% not nurses.
Partners.
And about quarter of an hour in, you hear the non-nurses click into why we're laughing. At first, they just think we're evil.
Yeah, you can't talk about poo like that.
No, well,
they're like, wow,
yeah, it's more like the life and death things that they're like, oh, yeah, and then they get it.
So on your Facebook page, which is just Georgie Carroll, there's a video that someone posted of you entering on stage. Have you seen it?
Well, because I got this venue and it was so amazing that I had a lighting guy. I have never had a lighting guy. And then I was like, what have you got? And he's got spots that can follow me around the room, and he's got smoke machines. I'm like, I want to use everything.
Yeah.
So that's how that grew. So I now start the show stripping to Cherry Pie.
That wasn't on the video.
Which was not in the show until I realised I had a lighting guy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, we're using it.
You were such a rock star. You were getting them all to clap up the front, you jump on the stage. Well, you kind of rolled onto the stage.
I rolled onto the stage because I have arthritic knees, and so I couldn't actually climb on the stage. So that then became a scissor onto the stage.
It was a bit of a hello, everyone. Georgie's definitely here.
Yeah, I'm not shy.
Maybe you should get one of those chairs that, the stairs at the front of the stage where you sit on the chair and then zzz.
Yeah, I'm certainly not shy. I'm a nurse. I've seen everybody naked. I know I'm doing all right.
Great, you've got all the bits in the right spots.
Yeah.
So you're doing one other show as well?
Yeah, next Wednesday the 1st.
So you're doing two of Nurse Case Scenario.
Well, what happened was, it was a show I ran last year.
Oh, it's called Cause and Effect.
Cause and Effect, and meaning caring for people and how it changes who you are.
Yeah.
Because your wife is a nurse,
yes.
isn't she? Would you say, has she got the compassion fatigue yet?
She doesn't like old people. No, that's old.
I love old people, but if you're ill, do you get looked after or do you get ignored?
I don't know if we've ever really been ill. She is often ill.
She won't let you be ill, is what happens.
I think so, yeah. So yes, no
For
compassion.
instance, my son last week, my 12-year-old has a broken arm at the moment, and I thought he just didn't want to go to Italian, right? And so how I diagnosed it was I sat him on the sofa and occasionally threw things at him.
Nice.
And if he caught it with the arm that he thought was broken, then he didn't need an x-ray. But
my grandma was a nurse, and my mum was like, oh, Mum, I'm sick when she was little, and Grandma was like, oh, get over it. And it turns out my mum had pneumonia.
Yeah.
So I think that happens a lot with nurses.
It does happen a lot. Yeah.
Right. So look, we have a fantastic show. We have to get on with it.
I know.
What I'm going to
so
do
good.
is because we're just around here next to the Fringe office where they're doing the half price tickets. And I didn't say this before, but it's what's the name of the place we're at? Adelaide Central Plaza. That's the place. Thanks for giving us this.
Are you
place.
allowed to say the name of the big shop? Because that's how I would
Yeah,
find
okay,
it.
the David Jones one. Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
so
that's how
on
I
the
would have
first
found
level,
it.
there's a Fringe Ticks office where you can get half price tickets. They're only open from 12 till 3 each day. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Georgie to go there now, write down some things that you would like to see
This
tonight.
is my favourite thing to do, is just like look for shows
Great.
to watch.
Well, you do
Hopefully I'll
that,
get to
and then
watch 'em.
we'll at the end of the show, we'll kind of go through some of Georgie's picks for the best shows in the Fringe. We are going to go to see a video now from Jerry Cans, who are actually appearing on the show a little bit later on in the season. And then when we come back, we're going to have some street artists from Kenya, which is going to be awesome. So
That is a good show. That is a good
You've
lineup.
seen- yeah, it is a pretty good show.
It's just all of it's a good
what we
lineup
need
for
you
today.
is to get out of it.
I will.
So you
I'll
go.
get out
We're
of
going to go
it.
to a video. We'll be back in a second.